There's been one guy who criticizes CJ Stroud more than anyone. And perhaps all the people that no longer are on our Twitch have joined him. His name is Peter Bukowski. He is the host of Locked On Packers. I guess he went to Syracuse. Hughes Mafia. But over the course of last season, no one was as critical of CJ Stroud as him. It started with the build-up to Texans Packers. I think he got into a debate about who's better between CJ Stroud and Jordan Love, and he has just doubled down on it. I think he knows it gets engagements from Texans fans. But he said this, a very random post for Locked On Packers, by the way. So you know it's a little bit personal for him. I don't know who needs to hear this, but from week 8 on last year, Bryce Young outproduced CJ Stroud in every efficiency metric we care about. And it wasn't particularly close. By the way, he didn't link any of these. He did not take screen grabs of any of these. So this is just real rage bait that he threw out there. And then he continues saying the quote, "It was a bad situation," end quote, excuse falls apart pretty fast when you think about it that way. So he could be right, but he should have put the facts there because he has just opened himself up to an online jihad of Houston Texans fans. I think I saw Big Sarge Sports post the following. Y'all going to learn that Texans fans don't play about CJ Stroud. Well, that's every fan base and their quarterback. We still have Trevor Lawrence truthers, for God's sakes, with the Jacksonville Jaguars, even though everyone outside of Jacksonville knows and has known for a while that CJ Stroud's better than Trevor Lawrence. We still have a lot of that going on. But I wish this guy had posted the numbers. I wish this guy had posted the stats. Bryce Young and the Panthers, there's no doubt about it, had a better second half of the season, at least relative to expectations, than the Houston Texans did. Young, who got benched, looked like he was lost, was able to bounce back and fight back. And now we'll see what happens in year number 2 with Dave Canales and some of the acquisitions that they made this offseason. This is an interesting battle red pill, but I felt like this is perhaps a pill that is filled with baking powder, with sawdust, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, because like what we're saying, we're taking like a half of the season sample size of two guys who've only played for 2 years. And we're going, well, if you look at it just like this, it's not even close. So it's so not even close. I'm not even going to include the numbers because that's how not close it is. I don't think you can say it's not even close and then not give like one thing where it's not close.
You have to show the metrics.
Just one. Just give me one.
I do think the argument of better situation, I mean, was Bryce Young really in a better situation in Carolina? That's a fair one to make. But give me the data. I'd actually read it.
Yeah.
I would take it. I think that we're a little too close to it. I feel like the eyeball test with CJ Stroud, he checks off a lot of boxes, but I'm hoping that some of the stuff we saw in the second half of the year where it felt like he was feeling pressure, it seemed like he was feeling pressure that wasn't actually there. That is something to be concerned about going into next season.
But
and
even
especially with this offensive line changing the way that it did, Sean.
But even with that, like CJ Stroud at the end of this past season, or his rookie year, like never looked as bad and out of place than Bryce Young did when he got benched this season.
Right.
By the way, he got benched this past season.
He did get benched. And it wasn't because he quit in a game like Anthony Richardson.
No.
It was due to poor performance.
Yeah. So I just, listen, it's not crazy that both these guys, or that that Bryce Young is closer to being CJ Stroud's level than it would appear after the rookie year or when he got benched for Andy Dalton. But I just think that, like, to make the case and make it seem like, isn't this obvious for everyone? Like, that's not true. It's not so, like, undeniably true. CJ Stroud's won 2 playoff games.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
it's a really far way to go.
And, the AFC South, not very good. NFC South, I mean, Bryce Young's got it pretty easy as far as NFC
Yeah.
divisions. And
Falcons,
as far as
Saints,
just
Bucs.
NFC competition, too, I mean, we'll see what the Falcons are. You're right. Like, Michael Penix may be surging upwards. And, yeah, Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are decent. But, I mean, he's in the easier conference as well.
Yeah.
More. Another battle red pill. Move over, Swarm. Special work ethic and relentless mindset. Move over. Move over. Because there's a better saying now. I don't know what it means, but the Cincinnati Bengals have a new motto in their weight room. PHAT. A Bengal is fat. Says that in their weight room. It actually says that. Physical, hungry, accountable teammate who will give their all to get the job done. Well, they're definitely hungry because it seems that Mike Brown feeds them table scraps. It seems that he might be charged by PETA like the Tiger King because he's not taking care of his tigers. Tiger. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. I mean, you got Trey Hendrickson. No update on that. You've got Shamar Stewart. Still hasn't shown up. I mean, they're definitely hungry in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They probably have to pay for their food at the team cafeteria.
I'm trying to figure out what fat could stand for. P has to be physical, right? Because it's fat. It's a PH word. Physical is a PH word. So, like, it works thematically.
Physical, hungry, accountable teammate.
Pretty good.
It's better than Swarm. The problem for Swarm is that there's
work ethic.
Special work ethic and relentless mindset. The ethic, it should be Swirm.
Yeah.
Swarm. Which sounds like squirm.
Wait, what's the S stand for?
I think special work ethic and relentless mindset. I think.
Okay. Yeah, and also the big and A, that's also kind of a cheat, but I'm okay with that.
I agree.
I'm fine with that.
Special what am I? Barcelonan. Special work ethic and relentless mindset. So there you go. So that's your battle red pill, everybody. That's your battle red pill. There's a cooler saying from the Texans. Fat. Remember when that was cool? PHAT.
Every team should have to announce their
saying
what their acronym is. Actually, no. What they should do is make them T-shirts like high school football teams.
I would buy them.
And that'd be a great idea.
I would buy
them, but make them in the style of high school football.
Look like an old school one.
Yeah, where there's like a logo, your mascot lifting like 500 pounds of like deadlifting. It's like relentless mindset.
Ours was always pay the price, but we had some weird ones. Pay the price, I think, was my sophomore year. I don't know if this was my junior or senior year at Shorecrest Prep, but one of those years it was, I am an 11. One more thing, one more time. It wasn't a motto. It was just like a what?
That's not good. That's like a riddle.
Right. I love my coach with passion. He's still coaching. He's an awesome like life coach in addition to just being a coach. Like every single team he coaches leads the county in rushing in a very difficult to play county. But yeah, that one was a weird one. Anyway, Paul Gawacho, ESPN 97.5, 92.5. That's your battle red pill.